Good afternoon, my Purple Banditos, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Pokemon Glazed. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time, we took down Team Fusion in the ruins of Alph, and in today's episode, we are going to go ahead and take on our first gym in Johto. So let's go ahead and enter Violet City's gym, take on its leader Falkner, the elegant master of flying Pokemon. Also, I want to go ahead and show you guys the level ups. As I said, I've trained up Chompy to level 55, Yami to level 55, Zuko Jr. is 57, and RSP is 56, and I feel very good about this, so let's take on Kato.
Impeccable timing, Rodri. Falkner returned just a little bit ago, but before you challenge him, how about we battle?
Alright guys, here we go, Rodri versus Kato. So let's go ahead and take on our old friend Kato. I hope you guys are having a good day. It's been a great day for me so far. Make sure you guys give this video a like. It really helps the series. Now, I've actually gone ahead and trained up our Pokemon to a level I believe is very, very good. So we're going to go ahead and go for the Surf. That should take down the Houndoom, and we'll be good to go, you know, into this gym. I believe that RSP and Chompy are going to be the two Pokemon that are really, really going to help us in this gym. So we're going to be, you know, switching them in and out, and hopefully they'll be able to carry us through the first gym. From what you guys have told me, the level ups are going to be pretty difficult going from here, because after this we're gonna have a lot of openings to other gyms, so we'll get to choose the path we want to go to. So I know that, you know, with that in mind, we're gonna have to keep our Pokemon pretty well trained up. So that's something that I'll be making sure to do as we keep going. I want to make sure that, you know, we stay above the levels that the gym leaders are going to be, or at least close to them, you know, because I also don't want to overtrain our Pokemon too much. I also need to figure out what our 5th and 6th Pokemons are going to be. So if you guys, you know, have any idea of Pokemon that you would like to add to our team, or that you feel would be a really good fit, make sure you guys leave it to me in the comments. I always read them, and I really appreciate it, guys. You guys are really, really awesome, and it's always great, you know, getting all your help, and it definitely helps out a lot in this adventure. Now, let's go ahead and see if RSP can take down this Feraligatr. It seems like everybody in this region has a Feraligatr at this point. I mean, Kato must have also chose a Totodile, and I like how he probably also, you know, trained it up a whole lot already, and he's going to be, you know, doing his thing here in this region as well. Now, let's go ahead and hopefully take down this guy. There we go. With that, we should be able to take down the Feraligatr. I like how it's raining out too. That is just like another bonus for us on top of what we already have going. Another thing I haven't figured out yet that I know a lot of you guys have been asking is whether RSP can evolve. Now, you guys may remember that I have found a couple Thunderstones throughout this adventure. Now, I try to use it on RSP and it doesn't work, so it might just be that RSP can evolve. You know, RSP can learn pretty much every move, almost every move I would say, or probably every move in this game. So maybe they just made it so you can't evolve the Pokemon and that you have to keep it a Pikachu, which actually makes a bit of sense, because I doubt they would make a Raichu with a red scarf as well, or who knows, they actually might have done that. But if you guys know any way for us to go ahead and evolve our Pikachu, let me know as well, because I personally don't think we'll be able to evolve Pikachu, so we're gonna have to keep it like that for the rest of our adventure. Alright, last but not least is going to be an Espeon, and you know what? Chompy's been really, really cutting to the chase, so we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we finish this off. I'm gonna go for the bite, and that should take down the Espeon if we can land a pretty good hit on it. There we go. Very nice. You know, Chompy's actually performing quite well for his first time, you know, really battling on our team. So I'm pretty happy about that. With that, we should be able to take it down, and we will be good to go, guys. So Espeon is down, and we are ready to make our way inside of the gym. I'm super pumped for this gym. I'm excited to just see how much the trainers have changed and how much they've actually improved from, you know, the last time I explored Johto.
I'm gonna head up to Sprout Tower before I go get my next badge. Word has it that the sage at the top can teach a technique for leaping up ledges.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess that that technique is actually bounce, which it definitely probably is, guys. So we will have to make our way up Sprout Tower after we take on this gym, but no worries, that is going to be, you know, after this. We're going to go ahead and enter this gym, and let's go ahead and take our first steps inside, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look who it is.
Hey, I'm no trainer, but I can give some advice. Oh, you already beat the Tuned League? Then never mind. Good luck facing Falkner.
That's all the advice that this guy is going to give us? Okay, man, I thought that guy was like our bro. I thought he was always helping us out. let's go ahead and take on our first battle, though. Also, once again, thank you guys for your comments. I've been getting a lot of really cool comments back from you guys. A lot of you guys actually collected cards like I did. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, a lot of Pokemon. That's awesome to see. There were also a couple other ones that I actually hadn't even heard of before, which is pretty awesome. You know, I'm always open to trying out different games and checking out, you know, different series of TV and things like that. So it's always great when you guys, you know, tell me about something new and I just go ahead and check it out and, you know, just like really start liking it. Another one of those shows that I actually used to watch a lot as a kid was Beyblades. You know, I don't know if Beyblades is still going on. I've got it left a little bit behind. I really watched all the original. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I even had a couple Beyblades myself. I remember, you know, just having like the big like arena to battle your Pokemon in, and me and my friends would just like throw our Pokemon in there and just our Beyblades in there, and they would just, you know, battle it out. And I thought it was super cool, although it wasn't as cool as the show. It was just, you know, a couple spinny tops, you know, going against each other, just hitting each other. But it was also, you know, really fun because as a kid, I used to like really believe that these Pokemon, why do I keep saying Pokemon? That, you know, the animals, the spirits, the creatures, whatever you like to call them, inside of the Beyblades, you know, I really thought they were real. So I would constantly, you know, just like hope that, you know, the dragon would come out, or hope that, you know, the big red bird would come out, and all these different types of things. It's been so long since I've actually played Beyblades that I have no idea what they even do now. I could probably guess if Beyblades is still going on, that there's probably like a whole new design for all these little tops. They're probably, you know, amazing now. They probably can last in there for a really long time. They probably like balanced out the weight so it can just stay there forever. I think that was my favorite part. Taking the Beyblades apart and then just like mix and matching and, you know, putting them together in different ways. That was always a lot of fun for me, and I always enjoyed just like mixing up my Beyblades with my friends' Beyblades. I thought that was always a good time, and you know, it's something that has always stuck with me in my childhood. You know, I always talk about my friend Jacob. He was actually, you know, who I named my Johto rival against. That's who I ended up naming Silver after. And, you know, it was me and him who were really into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon and into Beyblades. And, you know, he was my best friend as a kid growing up. And we really, you know, learned a lot about each other. And we also got the chance, you know, to play all these awesome games together, which was really, really cool. With that, though, we are also taking down this gym quite easily. That's what I expected. I expected Chompy to do a lot of the work here and RSP to clean up if needed, and it's going really well. You know, another thing that I was really, really into as a kid, and I say as a kid, and I'm still pretty into it, was Harry Potter. You know, I actually read all the books as a kid, and what was cool was, as I was growing up, I was actually around the age that Harry was in the books, so it was always really, really fun, you know, and I definitely grew up with that, and it's something that stuck with me to this day. Now, let's go ahead and actually set up to take on Falkner, though, and let's go ahead and talk to him. I had a feeling I'd be saying you. Thanks again for helping me out of that jambalaya. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Falkner, and I train Pokemon of the flying type. Do you think you can clip a bird's wings with electricity? Think again. Okay, here we go. Rodri versus Falkner. Let's go ahead and take on Violet City's gym leader and our first gym leader here in the Johto region. Oh, he did open up with a Glazed score. That I had a bad feeling about that one as soon as he said electricity wasn't going to be too effective. So I'm going to go ahead and send out Chompy. But continuing on with my story, you know, I grew up with Harry Potter. I read the books as I was growing up, and I was pretty much Harry's age, which was really cool. You know, it was really good timing to be able to grow up with those books. And then once the movies came out, it was just a constant, you know, can't wait for the next movie, can't wait for the next movie, and I would always go and watch it, and it was one of those things that kind of became a tradition. I'm guessing a lot of you guys actually had that experience as well, because I know that Harry Potter became a really big thing, you know, worldwide, so everybody was going to watch them, you know, yearly. Everybody was waiting for them to come out, and it was really, really cool. And as I was saying, you know, lately, I actually went on the Pottermore site. It was actually like it was a while ago, 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even more, and they had the whole sorting test, and I remember taking the test, and I didn't really know what I was going to be, and then I ended up getting Gryffindor, and I honestly was a little bit surprised. I thought I was going to get another house, but that's why I ended up getting placed in. I was actually with a friend when I was taking the test, and he told me, you answered the questions pretty Gryffindor-like. And I suppose I do have a bit of Gryffindor in me. I have a lot of courage. You know, I always step up to the plate if needed, and I always like taking things head on. So it's definitely something that matches up to my personality. But I thought, you know, everybody has a different personality type, so everybody kind of gets placed in a different house, and it's really cool that they do that nowadays. It's awesome that all these memories from our childhood are actually you know, so much more developed now that we're older. There's so much more to it. It's not just books anymore. Now it's movies and, you know, all these different sites and all these different things. And it's great to see. I hope that in the future, they keep on going with things like that, because I feel like as a kid, we all had really, really great childhoods. And it's awesome that it's something that still sticks with us to this day. The fact that all these games had such a big impression on us, or these shows, and that we still keep them close to our hearts is absolutely amazing. I think that's what it's all about. You gotta always stay a kid, you know, stay a kid at heart. You know, you don't want to grow up too fast. Sometimes I wish I could go back and be a kid again. Although not everything was good, there were still very good moments in my childhood, and that's what it's all about, just remembering the good, forgetting the bad. And I'd say that, you know, the good outweighs the bad if you really think about it. And that's what it's all about. So I definitely wanted to share that with you guys, because right now, if you guys are a younger age, enjoy it. Make the most of it. Those are going to be your best years before you get like a lot of pressure on you. And you know, you have to step into the real world. So make the most of it. Enjoy the cartoons as much as you can. Play your cards, play your games, because it's really, really a lot of fun. And it's something that you're going to look back on later and be like, that was awesome. I had so much fun as a kid. And that's what it's all about. I'm actually going to go ahead and send out Zuko Jr. We're actually almost done with this battle. I'm surprised that we've been doing this well. I knew that Chompy was going to be a really, really good addition to the team, but so far Chompy has absolutely been crushing this gym, so I'm very happy about the progress being made. I still have to find those last 2 slots, those guys, so we have to figure out what Pokemon we want to add. You know, I always usually go with a Dragon type, so I'm thinking maybe adding a Dragon type would be a lot of fun, and then we will have to figure out who the other team member's gonna be. So we'll have to plan that out as we go. I've also noticed that for us to be in Johto, we actually have a very Johto-ish team. When, you know, with Yami, with Zuko Jr. and Chompy, there you go. You have 3 Pokemon from Johto already, and that's really, really cool to see. I remember when I was a kid, going from Kanto to Johto, when they released Johto in the Johto anime, and I saw the Espeon and Umbreon, it blew my mind. I was like, whoa, what is this? Eevee has more evolutions? And I thought it was the coolest thing. With that though, guys, I gave it everything I had, and you still sold high. You're very deserving of this badge. With that, guys, we got 2,200 for winning. And we obtained the Zephyr badge. That is the first out of 8 badges here in the Johto region. 7 more to go. That badge will allow you to use the move Bounce. Oh, okay, so now we know that we can learn Bounce after this gym. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually a TM or an HM that we're going to really need as we continue in our adventure. Hopefully, it won't be one that is necessary, but we'll figure that as we go, guys. I always strove to be the best like my father was. Would you say I've gotten there? No, I can't rely on the opinions of others. I must follow my heart, not someone else's. And there you have it, guys. Always follow your own heart. That is a very good saying. I'm really digging the quotes here in this adventure so far because they're really meaningful. Always follow your own heart. That's what life's all about. Do something that's going to make you happy. Don't let others tell you otherwise. And that's some great advice for you guys. You know, Falkner is doing really well with the advice. I'm excited to see what the other gym leaders are going to tell us as we get going. Follow your heart, Nurse Joy. Follow your heart. All right, with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and make our way to the top of Sprout Tower. Experience the way of Pokemon. Okay, let's go ahead and enter inside then. And we are here at the Sprout Tower.
The core Sprout sways back and forth because of the Sprout Tower withstands earthquakes with ease.
I actually hear that's how they build some buildings. You know, that they go ahead and make it with light metal so it sways in the wind so that they can stay up. But it looks like we're going to have our first battle. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as is. And let's, you know what? No, we'll go ahead and put Chompy up in front for now. Chompy needs some XP. So let's go ahead and take this guy on. So this is actually going to be a really easy climb to the top. We have Zuko Jr., who is going to be able to burn down this whole place if we wanted. So let's go ahead and actually put Zuko Jr. up in front. This is going to be a little too easy. Let's take this guy on. Okay, there we have it, guys. So let's keep on moving throughout this place. I actually don't know if this is going to be really puzzly. We have a battle. As I was saying, I don't know if it's going to be very puzzly or if it's just going to be a direct shot to the top. So, you know, regardless of that, well, we found a trade stone. That's actually really, really good. We could add another Pokemon that uses a trade stone. That is something to think about, guys. We could definitely do that. We've used Cranky before with a trade stone. That's a good idea. Okay, I thought this was going to be a doubles battle, but I guess not. Let's go ahead and battle this guy. With that should be it, right? Oh, wait, what's going on here?
Pious, leave this tower at once. You have shown nothing but disrespect towards me.
You've gone soft in your age, Lee. Have you forgot the message we preach? No matter, we will continue without you. Oh, you must be waiting to talk to Lee. That old fool knows nothing of religion. Tell me, are you interested in learning about the Lord Arceus?
What? What is going on?
I see. I must leave. I have important issues to attend to. If you feel the way of Arceus, feel free to contact me at the Church of Alpha.
So I guess they have a church dedicated to Arceus now. That's something we're probably going to have to go find out a little more about. But let's take him on. So that was pretty easy. Let's go ahead and talk to Lee then. He seems to know something.
That Pious. Maybe one day he'll be sensible enough to see the truth way to live. In any case, I am Lee, the Elder of Sprout Tower. You have beaten my sages in battle, which means you are worthy to learn the move Bounce. Would you like me to teach one of your Pokemon the move Bounce?
Yeah, let's go ahead and actually teach that to... Wow. Okay, not even RSP can learn this move. What do we do here then?
Do not rush, young one. Return here when you wish to teach a Pokemon Bounce.
Okay.
The Elder and I have honed the usage of Bounce. You won't need it to finish the game, but it's still convenient.
Okay, so it's a little bit of a shortcut move. I suppose that if we do end up adding a Pokemon that can learn Bounce, we'll go ahead and come back here then. I hope we can come back here and we can teach it to them, because it'll be something that just gives us a little bit of shortcuts, and that definitely will help us. Next time, guys, we'll continue from this point and make our way, hopefully, to the next town and maybe even the next gym. Make sure you guys give this video a like, leave me some tips and some comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.